Jack Diamond Morning Show. It's Washington, D.C.'s Mix 107.3, 7:51, 9 minutes to get in on time by 8. This is just going to be one boogered up day. It's going to be frustrating, I know. Patience, an absolute must. The freezing precipitation, this is really interesting watching Doppler radar, is sort of rotating around the Beltway. There is a ton of stuff to our west, and there's some stuff to our east. It's a pretty big storm, and it could bring between 20 and 30 inches of snow, depending on where you are and how this tracks. Remember, all of this is subject to change the very second the data is in. Rain nor snow nor sleet nor hail will stop the mail nor a wedding, which we have scheduled out at National Harbor today with a lovely couple that told their story to us on the air last week. Chili recapped for us last we chatted. They're out at National Harbor. Chili, what time is the actual wedding taking place?
The ceremony is going to take place at 9:30, Jack, but I tell you, we have been up and at it since about 5:15 this morning. The two words that best describe the emotions here, tears and goosebumps. I'm in the bridal suite, and Jen is here with her matrons of honor, and they've had their hair done. They're waiting to get their makeup done. Jen's got her tiara on and a big old smile on her face, and she is so excited. If you can imagine what it's like on the day of a wedding with a bunch of women who have been married or waiting to get married. I mean, it is hysterical.
Hold on. Chili.
Yes,
Jack knows. He's been to a wedding. he knows.
Chili, he was never with them in the room. He was separate from the room.
Chili, which of my wedding?
Perspective of what it's like with the ladies.
Hold on, Chili.
Which of my wedding albums would you like to look at?
They're all lovely. Each one.
Chili, how many bridesmaids or matrons of honors are there?
She has two matrons of honors, okay? And they are all talking about their personal experiences and how this is so different because really it was a week to plan this wedding. So there was no chance for anybody to be a bridezilla. It was sort of handed to her on a silver platter. She just gets to show up and have her moment. Even today, Jack, right? You would think on the day of your wedding, you would be upset about something. You would be unhappy about something. I mean, it's an emotional day. No, not at all. She's just here for the ride. She's smiling, excited, and then a few minutes ago, we all got tearful when her cell phone went off, and she looks down, and in all capital letters with exclamation points is a text message from her husband-to-be saying, "We are getting married today!" Like,
it's very cool.
They're so excited to be together.
How's John doing? How's he doing? We've heard a lot about Jen.
You know what? He's not here. He was smart. He did not stay here at the hotel.
He left? No. He was smart.
He didn't stay in the hotel?
The rule here, the rule is you cannot be together the night before. So he went home. He got up. He got to sleep in a little bit this morning. So he's going to be arriving in the next hour in his tux, ready to go. And so I'll have that perspective.
Jack, do you hear how...
We are taking pictures.
Chili. I know you're excited.
She's like a freight train.
She's
you know what she's like? She's like a Toyota. The accelerator pedal.
Baby.
Chili is so happy to be at a wedding.
I know.
It's awesome.
I'm happier that it's not mine, for your information. I don't need the stress.
Wouldn't you like us to give you a $50,000 wedding, Chill?
$50,000? My God, I'd rather go to Vegas and take the $50,000 for a down payment on a house.
Well, we didn't offer that, Chill.
The practical Chili O'Meara, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Chili, call us back when the groom gets there and let us know what's going on. Where will the ceremony take place?
The ceremony is taking place at the Sunset Room, right across the street here. And again, we do have all the pictures posted on our website, mix1073fm.com, keyword wedding. As I'm describing these things, you can click there and see. But I will talk to you next hour, and I'll try not to be as excited, Jimmy.
Thank you, Chili.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It's 7:58 on the Jack Diamond Morning Show in Washington, D.C. at Mix 107.3. The weather forecast has not changed. We're going to remain right at the 32 we're at throughout the day. It is back up to 32 now. Maybe 5 inches of snow early today, then tonight maybe 16 additional, and then Saturday maybe an 8 additional accumulation. Looking at radar again, I don't know. Maybe it's because of all the buildings, the warmth inside the Beltway, the development that keeps a little bit of this early precipitation out because we are surrounded by pink And now White, Erica's, I mentioned earlier, it showed up on radar. Then you confirmed it with some accidents.
Yep.
Out 66 and up north on 270. And all of this is surrounding Washington. I'm glad for Jen and for John that a lot of this waited until now so that, their guests and everybody could get to National Harbor for their wedding. And it's almost as if, the seas parted here, if you will, and the weather sort of went around the festivities out at National Harbor. Chili, good morning again, and what's going on out there?
Jack, we have officially moved from the Aloft Hotel to the Sunset Room.
Ooh, very good, very good.
The wedding will take place momentarily. Bride and groom have not seen each other. And I have to tell you, there was some major tears when the officiant walked into the bridal suite about 20 minutes ago just to go over some things. She was getting her makeup done. And he said to her, just take a deep breath. It's going to be easy. Just do as I say. And as soon as he started to speak, her eyes started to well with tears. And the makeup artist, Victoria's looking at her like, okay, this is not a good time for this discussion. I just started her makeup. And then the second wave of tears hit. She starts to put on the dress. She's looking in the mirror. And it hits her. I am really doing this.
Well, it all becomes real when you meet the person who's going to conduct your wedding. There's a solemn moment where you realize you're about to give witness before your family, friends, and God that you're going to be together. I mean, that's a very humbling moment. Then I imagine for a woman, Chili, when the dress comes out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's almost like there's no turning back now.
Well, guys, that reminds me of when that happened with me.
Oh, Jimmy, yes.
I was going to get married, and my roommate was so kind, Jeff was so kind, that he opened the trunk, and I climbed in the trunk of his car, and he drove away. Very kind of him.
It's, once you're strapped in the ride, you're not getting off until the ride's over. Once you're strapped into the dress, my guess is, here we go. Hold on.
Exactly. And for a woman also, Jack, it's like, you want to look the most beautiful you've ever looked in your whole life. You've tried your best to get in the best shape you can for this big day. She had all of 1 week to figure that out. And then to be sitting there with your hair, makeup, tiara, and veil, and to know that it all fit together perfectly as it did in your dreams is like nothing could ever describe that except for tears, which is exactly what happens. So I want to share with you what her borrowed blue old and new is, okay?
Yeah, of course.
So the matron of honor's mother, who's like a mother to Jen, gave her a hanky that she used at her own wedding 45 years ago with the initial J on it. That's her borrowed.
Nice, and that's Jen as well with J. Very good.
Yes. The blue is a garter belt that she gets to wear.
Oh, nice.
Her mother gave her a sapphire bracelet of hers.
Lovely.
And it matches the bridesmaids' dresses. And the new, given to her by one of her matrons of honor, it's a breast cancer pink ribbon brooch that she's going to hide somewhere special on the dress because it's a very important cause to her.
Nice to know. I'm sure those who have suffered and also those who support Avon and all the other wonderful breast cancer walks and programs will be thrilled to know that. That's a very nice touch.
So we are here at the reception hall and the ceremony place, and Richard has been taking photographs every step of the way with the dress and the tears and the tiara and the reception room. If you guys want to check it out, it's on our website, mix1073fm.com. Just go to keyword wedding, and I'm going to go grab some tissues and get my place.
Richard was the best we could do for a photographer. we don't actually have an official. Yes, we do. I'm teasing.
Kidding? We have to pay for parking again, remember?
Chili, thanks so much. Talk to you in a little bit.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, love, thank you.
I wonder if we can get Bob Aqua to help him take pictures. I wonder if we can get Bob Aqua to help Richard.
Just teasing. We actually do have a photographer for them, and I'm not sure if they're videotaping it. My guess would be they are. I'm talking about the lovely couple. I know we are.
Right.
And think about putting a wedding together in a week.
Amazing.
I mean, think about it.
Challenging.
In all ways, right?
Yeah.
I mean, emotionally, enough, but getting everybody else to get it all together, I mean, is remarkable.
Logistically, it's feat.
But it's like riding the emotional space shuttle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. The old saying, JD.
What's that, Jimmy?
That it's far less stressful when it's free.
Well, there's that.
When we're paying for it,
far less stressful.
It's a lot easier shuttle mission.
Exactly.
All right. It's 9 o'clock, Jack Diamond Morning Show in Washington, D.C., actually a little after 9.